What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Hope you're doing well, feeling great, and enjoying freedom. It's a great day to have a great day. It's a great day to own some beautiful silver. In today's video, I wanted to talk about silver and primarily focus on this 10-ounce silver bar right here and tell you a quick story of how I got it at spot, or really technically I got it below spot. And I also want to talk about the importance of measuring your wealth in ounces as opposed to dollars. We're going to get into it, but really quick, just in case you're new, make sure to subscribe for a bunch of videos. Subscribe to my second channel for bonus videos, and follow me on social media at Mykie DYDSS across all platforms. 4 really quick things before we dive into the video. Number 1, get yourself some DYDSS merchandise to help support the channel. We have the brand new It's a Great Day to Have a Great Day t-shirt and coffee mug. DYDSS store will be linked in the description. 2, if you haven't already, try you out some Celsius Energy. That's right, it's a healthier alternative to the other energy drinks out there. You can get a 12-pack variety pack on Amazon right now. I will leave an affiliate link in the description so you can try out the different flavors. 3, if you're not already investing and you'd like to get started, make sure to download Webull and fund your account. They're going to give you some free stocks just for doing so. And they make it really simple for a new investor to start investing because of how easy it is to navigate on the app and learn. Remember, I do still want to take 3 people before the end of the month and help them learn about the stock market and help them kickstart their investment portfolio. So if you want to be one of the 3, please reach out. Webull link will be in the description. 4th and finally, if you need any stacking supplies, airtight tubes and capsules, anti-tarnish paper, currency sleeves, mini lock boxes, microscopes, the list goes on. Any and all stacking supplies and any and all prepping supplies will be linked in the description for your convenience. All right, so in today's video, man, I can't get it together today. God, 16-hour day. It's 11 o'clock at night. Filming this video, so I have something to post tomorrow morning because I had the most chaotic week I've had this entire year so far, and it ran into my filming schedule, so I didn't get a chance to film some of the videos that I was planning on filming. So now I've got to film them at 11 o'clock at night when I'm supposed to be sleeping. Alright, so in today's video, I wanted to talk about silver, obviously, but I wanted to spend a majority of the video focusing on this particular piece of silver. This 10-ounce silver bar, which I got, I believe, during 2020. It was before the spot price of silver really went bonkers. When the spot price of silver, I think it was either just about to cross $20 for the first time in years, or it had just touched $20 for, once again, the first time in years. But again, it was before silver really took off, because once it hit $20, it very quickly made its way to $22, $24, $26, $28, so on and so forth. Silver made some moves that year. But I remember picking up this silver bar just as it was starting to take off, or before it even took off at all. And, let's just say the spot price was $19, maybe $20 at the time. Because of the spot price, and because of how much silver we're talking about here, 10 ounces would have made the silver bar worth, according to spot price, about $190 to maybe $200. Now, Silver Gold Bull, for the longest time, has had this promo where they offer you a 10-ounce silver bar, their 10-ounce silver bar, at spot. So that was an opportunity that I wanted to dive headfirst into. And obviously, similar to a lot of other ways you can order silver and gold online, as I always say, the best place to get your silver and gold is from the local coin shop. But if you're going to get some silver or gold online, nothing wrong with that. Here's the thing. If you're going to get silver and gold online, different ways of paying usually means, or a lot of the time will mean, different prices. So if you're going to pay with a credit card, it's going to be a small percentage higher than if you were to just pay with a check, just as an example. This was no different. So let's just say the spot price was $19 and change, $19.50, we'll call it, somewhere in between $19 and $20, $19.50 would make the bar worth $195. I chose to pay with a credit card, which brought the price to about $200. Bumped it up a little bit. However, I used a credit card. And the reason I used a credit card for this particular transaction was because the credit card I was using at the time had a promo going on. It's a credit card that it changes, a cashback category every 3 months. And the month at the time, or the quarter at the time, the category was 5% back on PayPal transactions. And if you're going to order silver online, PayPal is a lot of the time an option. So I used PayPal. Like, technically my form of payment was PayPal. And the card that I had linked to the PayPal account was this particular cashback card that offers you 5% cashback on rotating quarterly categories. This category happened to be PayPal transactions. And what's cool about this particular card is not only is it 5% back on these categories and 1% back on everything else, but if it's your first year with the card, they match all your cash back. So technically, it's 10% cash back on these rotating quarterly categories and 2% back on everything else. If you're interested in the card, by the way, it's the Discover It cashback card. You don't need my referral link to apply for it. If you'd like to use my referral link and you apply for it and get approved, you and I each will get a $100 statement credit, which is $100 for each of us to use for free without having to pay back. It's just there to spend. If you're interested, the link will be in the description. But that's the card that I used, just because then I knew that I was going to technically be getting 10% cash back. So the card, or the silver bar, worth about $195 at the time, because I chose to pay with PayPal/credit card, brought it up to about $200. All the other people that ordered the silver bar that day paid $195, because that's what silver at spot was. I got 10% cash back, which means brought it down to about $180. Everybody else paid at spot $195. I paid $180. Technically $200, but I got 10% cash back. $20 back from that $200 purchase. Brings it down to $180. I got this 10-ounce silver bar below spot that day, which is pretty awesome. That's not an everyday occurrence. That's not typical. That's not usual. And that's never found an opportunity like that. The stars all aligned at that time. But it's from Silver Gold Bull. Pretty simple, but a really nice design. 3 troy ounces. I'm sorry, 3 nines fine. 10 troy ounces. I'm half asleep over here. And on the other side, it mentions something that I wanted to kind of segue into. Build your wealth in ounces. It says that for a reason. Those aren't just a handful of random words put together. Build your wealth in ounces. What it's supposed to say is build your wealth in ounces, ... not dollars. If we're stacking silver and gold, that is. So I wanted to talk about the proper way of measuring your wealth, your precious metals. See, a lot of people, they'll take a look at the spot price, which at today's price, as I'm filming the video, Easter, 11:30 at night, Easter, about to be the 21st, which is when this video is going to be coming out. Spot price as I'm filming the video is about $32 and change. We'll call it $32 just to be simple. $32, which means, according to spot price, this is worth $320. 10-ounce silver bar. And a lot of people will go about it that way. A lot of people will say or think or believe that the silver should be measured that way. $320 worth of silver. $500 worth of silver. $1,000 worth of silver. They pick up an ounce of silver. Oh, wow, I got $32, $33 worth of silver right here in my hand. No. Should measure your wealth in troy ounces. This isn't $320 worth of silver. I mean, it is if you're of the fiat mentality, but no, this is 10 troy ounces of silver. And it will remain 10 troy ounces of silver regardless of what the spot price does. Spot price goes up and down. Spot price can be volatile. This does not change. 10 troy ounces of silver. So long as I don't melt this down and divide it up, this will remain 10 troy ounces of silver, and that will not change. That will remain exactly the same as long as this 10-ounce silver bar remains a 10-ounce silver bar, which, as long as no one plans on melting it down, that will remain the case. That won't change. Those coins up there, the Silver Eagle, the Maple, I'm sorry, I don't have a Maple on me, the Silver Eagle, the Type 1 or the Type 2, Silver Buffalo, those three right there, 3 troy ounces of silver. You could very easily say, oh, that's about, $96 worth of silver, 97, close to $100 worth of silver. No, that's 3 troy ounces of silver. Measure your wealth in ounces, not dollars. A lot of these multimillionaires, a lot of the time they won't go around saying, hey, yeah, I got $200,000 worth of Apple stock. No, they'll probably say how many shares of Apple they hold. Share price can go up and down. Share price can be volatile. Share price does not remain exactly the same. Spot price, same thing can be said. What does not change? The amount of shares you hold. Unless, of course, there's a stock split, a reverse split, you buy more shares, you sell some shares, but with those couple of exceptions. Your equity is not necessarily the same as your share count. As long as you don't buy any more shares or sell any shares, or they don't do any stock splits or reverse splits, that number is probably going to remain the same. Silver, same thing can be said. As long as you don't add to the stack, subtract from the stack, or somehow figure out a way to lose some of your silver or gold, the number of troy ounces in your possession should remain the same. That right there is constant. And that right there is a more intelligent way of measuring your wealth. Measure the silver and gold by the troy ounce. Measure the investment portfolio by the number of shares, not necessarily the number of dollars. Reason I say this is because, as far as I'm concerned, and I think as far as most people are probably concerned, the dollar's not in the greatest shape right now. Hasn't been for a really long time. It's kind of on life support, dare I say. But the dollar bill has seen better days. And the dollar bill is what spot price is attached to, share price is attached to. Of course, the dollar bill is a unit of measurement we do need to go by. When it comes to the silver and the gold, you should have the fiat mentality when the fiat is still in your hand. If the person that you're buying the silver or the gold from still has the silver and gold in their hand, yeah, go buy dollars. Obviously, try to get the best bang for your buck. Don't overpay. Don't be ridiculous. Don't make mistakes. Those kind of mistakes. But once the silver or gold is in your possession and the cash is no longer in your possession, I would let that fiat mentality go with it. You want to have a little bit of fiat mentality because you don't want to overpay. You don't want to rip yourself off. And you want to make sure you're getting the best bang for your buck. The most money for your currency. The most silver for your dollars. But once you get that silver, you have what they're looking for, and they have what you're looking for. They have the silver that they're looking to sell. You have the cash and you're looking to buy. And you don't want to overspend. You got to know what the spot price is, what the share price is, and make sure that things are going your way. You're both getting something out of it. You're both getting what you both want. But you got to make sure. Not overpaying. Got to make sure that everything's fair. Got to make sure that it's a transaction that will ideally benefit both of you, but more importantly, if it's you you're talking about, you want to make sure that you are benefiting. Once you make that transaction, though, buy Fiat mentality. All of a sudden, now you got to go buy ounces. Now you got to go buy number of shares, because that's how true wealth is measured. See, the silver and gold have intrinsic value. Silver and gold are useful beyond what they are, but what you're looking at. Coins, rounds, and bars. They're more useful than that. The dollar bill, on the other hand, has no intrinsic value. What can the dollar bill be used for outside of the dollar bill? Could be a little piece of paper that you write something down on. Other than that, can't really do anything else with it. What can you do with silver, as an example? Well, silver is not just a precious metal, but it's an industrial metal. It's used in 10,000 different ways. It's the most reflective metal that exists. It's the greatest conductor of both heat and electricity. It's used in solar panels. It's used in cars. It's used in almost everything. It has 10,000 different ways of being used. It's pretty powerful. Has real intrinsic value. It's internationally recognized as money, constitutionally recognized as money, and most importantly, biblically recognized as money. It's real, true, honest money. That's silver. Has intrinsic value. Shares of the best companies on the planet. Life-changing companies, world-changing companies, game-changing companies that are here to stay. Have fundamental value. You're buying a little teeny tiny piece of a company. You are a small sliver of an owner of some of the biggest possible companies to ever exist. That's what being a shareholder is. That's what buying 1 or 2 or 10 or 100 or 1,000 or 4,000 shares of a company is like. See the silver? We're buying into the intrinsic value by trading away our dollar bills. Stocks, we're buying into the fundamental value by trading away our dollars. If we were to keep the dollars, well, dollar bills are on a decline. Every year they get weaker. Every year. Every month of the year. Every week of the month. Every day of the week. The dollar bill is declining in value. Losing purchasing power. Getting weaker. And slowly but surely kind of fizzling out. Doesn't have what it used to have. It isn't what it used to be. Which is why it's important that we learn new skills and work hard during the week and make as many of those dollar bills as we can possibly get our hands on, so that we can take those dollar bills and get as much silver and gold as we can get our hands on. Invest in as many stocks as we can get our hands on. Whichever of the two is your preference, or if you're interested in both, a little bit of both. Stack and invest as many of those dollars as you possibly can, is what we're trying to do. But you want to measure your wealth in troy ounces. If you have 100 ounces of silver, you got to understand that's not $3,200 worth of silver. No, that's 100 ounces of silver. Once you go stack, you never go back, is what they say. And you want to focus on moving forward, not back. See, once you get rid of the dollars, once the dollar bills are a thing of the past, and those dollar bills are now in silver, or that value is now in silver. Why revert back to that older form of measurement, the dollar bill? Why upgrade from dollars to ounces of silver, ounces of gold, shares of companies or index funds, ETFs, whatever? Why upgrade to something like that? And then measure it in the downgraded way. Build your wealth in ounces. Measure your wealth in ounces, not dollars. If you guys liked today's video, please hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, subscribe to my second channel for bonus videos, and follow me on social media at Mykie DYDSS across all platforms. 4 quick things as we wrap up the video. Number 1, get yourself some DYDSS merchandise to help support the channel. We have the brand new It's a Great Day to Have a Great Day t-shirt and coffee mug. DYDSS store will be linked in the description. 2, if you haven't already, try you out some Celsius Energy. That's right, it's a healthier alternative to the other energy drinks out there. You can get a 12-pack variety pack on Amazon right now. I believe an affiliate link in the description so you can try out the different flavors. 3, if you're not already investing and you'd like to get started, make sure to download Webull and fund your account. They're going to give you some free stocks just for doing so. And they make it really easy for a new investor to start investing because of how simple it is to navigate on the app and learn. Remember, I still want to take 3 people before the end of the month and help them learn about the stock market and help them kickstart their investment portfolios. We already have 1 down, so if you want to be one of the remaining 2, please reach out. Webull link in the description. 4th and finally, if you need any silver or gold stacking supplies, whether it be airtight tubes and capsules, anti-tarnish paper, currency sleeves, mini lock boxes, microscopes, the list goes on, any and all stacking supplies and any and all prepping supplies will be linked in the description for your convenience. And I want you guys to head on down to the comments and let me know, what are your thoughts on everything I shared in today's video? Were you ever able to capitalize on any at spot deals? Have you ever gotten any silver at spot? Have you ever gotten any silver below spot? If so, how did you or how do you go about doing that? And then, of course, when it comes to measuring your wealth, measuring the silver, measuring the gold, measuring the net worth, really, do you measure it in troy ounces, number of shares, or do you measure it in dollar bills? Let me know in the comment section down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you in the next one. Don't you dare stop smiling. Peace.